Hi everyone, this is the final project video for the Designing and Developing Interactive E-Learning Courses by Paul Spencer. The project title is What is Academic Integrity? And I hope that the learning outcomes will be that the users are able to identify the four most common types of academic dishonesty and to distinguish between what constitutes academic dishonesty and what does not. The course is for freshman and sophomore university students. They are aged between 18 and 20. Mostly international students, but many from California also. And I expect them to be quite technologically literate, quite comfortable using this e-learning course. The course will start with a story to try and engage the interest of the learners. It will then move on to interactive scenario explanation. After that, there'll be a matching activity for the various academic dishonesty terms. And lastly, there will be a yes-no academic honesty scenario game. So that's the structure that the course will take. First of all, the students will be asked to watch a 2-minute video about Amy. It's going to be an animated video. She's a freshman university student trying to kind of navigate her way through the academic honesty minefield. So in the first scene, Amy is given an assignment for next week. And she's pretty relaxed about this. She's in no rush to do it. But come deadline day, as you can see, she is very rushed and trying desperately to get her assignment done. She starts to panic and she calls her friend Jake for some advice, and Jake gives her some advice, but she's not really sure about the suggestions that he makes. Some of them sound a little bit shady. Upon completion of this video, students will be given freshman status. The next stage is students will get to explore the advice that Jake gives, and they can click on the various pieces of advice and get more information about it. So for example, if they click on this one, you can just submit the assignment we did last term. The topics are so similar. There'll be a little discussion on self-plagiarism, how students can't submit the same material for credit in 2 courses, and there'll be a little explanation about the result of this, which would probably be that they fail the paper and have a record of academic dishonesty. There'll also be some advice about how to avoid self-plagiarism, such as paraphrasing effectively, and there might be some practice on that as well. So there might be a link to a paraphrasing activity from Purdue OWL if they wanted to explore that. Students will click on all of these, and as they click on them, you can see they complete these short little explanations and activities, and once they click on them, they turn blue. So blue indicates that they have completed the activities that are based on these forms of academic dishonesty. So they are self-plagiarism, collusion, fraud, and plagiarism. They should be familiar with these terms. Once they do this and all of them turn blue, they will be given sophomore status. So they'll move up a level. On to the next level. They should have an idea now of what the various terms are, and they'll get to play a memory game where they have to match the terms and the definitions. So students have 1 minute to complete the game. I'm guessing there'll be about maybe 16 of these cards. If it goes over 1 minute, they will have to start again. So the cards will have terms on one side and definitions or a punishment on the other. So for example, collusion will have this explanation, and they have to kind of match those together. When they do this effectively, all within 1 minute, they will graduate to junior status. So they're moving along and getting completing these various levels as they go. The last level, the last stage, is going to be scenarios based. The students are presented with a scenario, and they have to answer the simple question: does this constitute academic dishonesty? Yes or no. For this one, you are struggling with a topic for your English paper. You go to the writing center and they help you understand the idea using a metaphor. You think it's perfect and you want to use it in your paper. If you use it, is it academic dishonesty? Well, no, it's not. And when they click on no, there'll be a little explanation saying if they click on yes. They'll be presented with a number of these, and the goal is to get 4 in a row right. So if they get this right, they'll proceed to the next one. If they get the next one right, they'll proceed again. If they get one wrong, they go back to the start, and they have to try to get 4 in a row correct. If they get 4 in a row correct, they graduate. When they do graduate, they'll obviously move to senior status, and they will have completed the course. So when they complete, they'll be given this badge of academic honesty, and they can be used for points in the academic writing module if they present this badge. There'll probably be another course that's needed on proper citation. There will be some information on how to cite properly when they are exploring the various scenarios, but there probably needs to be an extra course building on this. So I hope that overall my activities have matched well with my outcomes. It's a pretty interactive course. It keeps them engaged throughout. And yeah, I look forward to building it and going into it in a little bit more depth. Thanks for listening.